In today's first reading, we see how Jesus intended his church to settle disputes when people are disagreeing in matters of morals and doctrines. Should Gentiles be circumcised? The Jews who have become Christians say yes, they do. And some Christians say they should not. It is not necessary anymore in the new economy of salvation that Jesus has set up for us. Both groups have valid reasons. Both groups have, convincing reasons. And yet, it cannot be that both are right. And so, what do the apostles do? The disciples, they gather, and we have the very first church council in history, the Council of Jerusalem, where they decided as a church, with God's guidance, with the Holy Spirit, on what needs to be done moving forward. What does God intend? And they have decided, through the guidance of the Holy Spirit, that no, circumcision is no longer required, no longer necessary. And this was promulgated. All the churches were sent letters describing what has happened in the council, that it has been decided. Brothers and sisters, that is how Jesus intends us to decide on matters of doctrines and morals. Do we have things that we question? Do we have things that we probably don't understand? Do we hear someone uttering words or preaching words that we believe are against the teachings of the church? It does not mean that we will separate from the church, but rather we bring it to the church and let the church decide. And as God said, what they have bound, it is also bound in heaven, and especially in the seat of the papacy. That is the case. Does that mean that we don't have freedom to think? On the contrary, no. When we know what is right and what is wrong, we are more free to think about things that we are supposed to think about. We are more free to be creative. When you know the rules of gravity, you know how to navigate through the sky, how to navigate through cliffs, mountains, and valleys. But when you remain ignorant, that is when you put yourself in danger. And that is when you are not free to be yourself, because you do not know when what you are thinking of, what you are planning to do, is harmful for you. Brothers and sisters, not every teaching of the church are things that we will agree on. There are things that we might not feel are valid, or we might not feel are right. But we are assured that God protects his church from all those doctrinal and moral errors, and that we are guided in our journey towards God, not doubting if we are on the right path, but always assured that Jesus is by our side, without error, without any doubt. That is such a gift. Let's not waste that opportunity.